Hello students, welcome to our class. Hope you are all very well. I think you have watched and got an idea about our previous video, making a conversation and lesson based writing skills. And I also believe you have completed the assigned work also. Today we are going to learn about adjectives. I think you have remembered very well. Already we have learnt about adjectives not only in your previous class but also in our term 1 syllabus. We have learnt portion of the adjectives there and persistence is going on right now. Before we start our today's session, let us recall the definition of adjective. What did we learn in our earlier class? An adjective is a word that describes a noun. So, about what adjective describes? Adjective describes about noun. See example. Ruskin Bond's writing is full of gentle humor and subtle wisdom. Gentle and subtle, both are adjectives. How humorously it will be there. That humorous, humor, making others to laugh. That also in a gentle way, and subtle wisdom. Very delicate, precise, exactly at what level it is essential. Until that level only it will be there. Noun means name of a person, place, animal or thing. Pronoun is replaced in place of noun. Adjective. Adjective is a word that describes a noun. So in our previous video related to adjectives, we have learnt about adjectives and antonyms of adjectives, puzzles, writing the opposites of adjectives. Those all we have learnt. And now we are going to learn the continuation about adjectives only. And we have also learnt kinds of adjectives also. Adjectives of quality, adjectives of number. This is all there in your grammar and more only, children. Let us start our today's session. So before we start about degrees of comparison, here they have given you project. The official website of the London Olympics is www.olympic.org. Make lists of some events, medal winners and highlights of the 2012 Olympics. So you have to visit this website and you have to write the highlights of some events, medal winners. There should be at least 3 items in each list. You can frame a table, children. You can form a table by keeping the headings, what did they ask here, and you can take at least 3 items in each list. Now work with your partner. Exchange your lists. Write questions based on the items in your partner's list. So you have to work with your partner, you have to exchange the list and you can frame the questions also based on the items in your partner list. Take turns to ask and answer questions. You get 5 points for each correct answer. Circle the interrogative pronouns in your questions. Underline the interrogative adjectives. This is all we have learnt already earlier. Okay, now you can visit the website and you can do. So, how can you recognize whether the WH word is an interrogative pronoun or interrogative adjective? I'll tell you some hints or clues to recognize very easily. Who won the gold medal in the women's 100-meter butterfly in swimming? After who, which word is there? Verb is there. Whenever who. After one. Who is followed by one. So whenever verb is there, then immediately you recognize the WH word as interrogative pronoun. In which event did dash get the gold medal? Here which after what is their event? Noun. Interrogative adjective describes event. So that is an interrogative adjective. Which after immediately what is there? Noun is there. Event. That's why it is interrogative adjective. Whenever after WH word noun is there means it comes under interrogative adjective only. After WH word verb is there means it can be written as interrogative pronoun. If you are able to recognize that simple difference, you can answer very easily and recognize whether it is interrogative pronoun or interrogative adjective very easily within less time. Now, we learn about degrees of comparison. About these degrees of comparison, already we have learnt in your material, as they have given some of the questions related to that, and at the same time in many of your textual exercises also. Degrees of comparison. Degrees of comparison, here we will write for adjective, and 3 degrees of comparison will be there: positive, comparative and superlative. Example: good, better, best, clever, cleverer, cleverest. ER is added for comparative degree, EST is added for superlative degree. These all we have learnt and done ample exercises to get an idea related to degrees of comparison, both in your textbook exercises and at the same time material. Now, bit deeper level we are going to learn in your grammar and more. Adjectives change in form to show comparison. They change in form. Means some of the words will be added, some will be excluded. These forms are called degrees of comparison. There are 3 degrees of comparison. What are they? The positive degree of an adjective is the simplest form of the adjective. No comparison is made in the positive degree. That's why we will tell it as simplest form. The green grapes are sweet. The white lilies are beautiful. The comparative degree of an adjective is used to compare a quality of an adjective with that of another of its kind. So here comparative degree of an adjective, what do they do, children? Comparative degree of an adjective is used to compare the quality of an adjective with that of another. It compares with another adjective. Than is used with the comparative degree of the adjective. What is used here with the comparative degree of the adjective? Than is used. We usually use more or the suffix er to make the comparison. What do we use here, children? We usually use more to make it comparative degree, and the suffix, what do we use? Er to make the comparison. So these 2 important words or important clues has to be remembered by you very clearly. See here, the purple grapes are sweeter than the green ones. How are the purple grapes are there? They are sweeter. Then what, children? Than the green ones. Here they are making comparison. The white lilies are more beautiful than the pink ones. So white lilies are more beautiful than what? Than the pink ones. Here say green grapes are sweet. The white lilies are beautiful. There they did not make any sort of comparison. Here they are making some sort of comparison between 2 things. Already we have learnt about this in your textual exercises, children. Here they have given in a very detailed manner along with the definition of each and every degree, and below the definition they have given examples also. Don't be confused. Listen carefully to understand very well, and after completion of watching the video, you refer the grammar and more also to understand well. And keep the grammar and more beside the device. Simultaneously, if you watch both, if you go through, then you can understand very easily. A few comparatives are followed by 2 instead of than. Some of the comparatives are followed by 2 instead of using than. This pen is superior to that. Amit is 10 years senior to me. So instead of using than, sometimes 2 is used. That also has to be observed by you. The superlative degree of an adjective is used to compare a quality of an adjective with many or all others of its kind. So positive degree, no comparison is made. Comparative degree, comparison is made between 2 things, used to compare the quality of an adjective with that of another of its kind. And superlative degree is used to compare a quality of an adjective with many, with more than 2 and all others of its kind, or which belongs to same category. Like that comparison is made. We usually use the suffix est or most. Generally, what do we use? We usually use the suffix est or most to make the comparison. So here what do we use, children, in superlative degree? We use est at the end of the word, adjective word in superlative degree, and most before the superlative degree word to make the comparison. See here, honey is the sweetest thing I can think of. Sweetest, and always remember before the superlative degree the will be there. It's mandatory. You have to observe that also, and you have to remember. Honey is the sweetest thing I can think of. The red roses are the most beautiful of all the flowers. Here the red roses means in the flowers category they are making comparison. Okay, they have told you with many or all others of its kind only, not to others. Comparison is made in its kind only. The definite article the is used before the superlative degree. Just now I have mentioned that, children, honey is the sweetest. Red roses are the most beautiful. So like that, before the superlative degree, definite article the is used. Anita is the cleverest girl in the class. Anita is the cleverest girl in the class. Changing the degrees of comparison, even for that also rules and regulations are there. Most adjectives of one syllable, simple words, and some of more than one form the comparative by adding er and the superlative by adding est to the positive. What do they add, children? Comparative by adding er and est to the superlative. They form their comparative and superlative degrees, or change the degree of comparison. When the positive ends in e, only r and st are added. Larger, r is added. Largest, st is added. When the positive ends in y, preceded by a consonant, then y is changed into I before adding er and est. See here, Mary. So y preceded by a consonant r. What are consonants? In alphabet 26 letters are there. In that A, E, I, O, U are vowels. Other than these, rest of the 21 letters in English alphabet are known as consonants. So here Y preceded by a consonant. Which letter is that consonant? R. Then what do we do? Y is changed into I. So in place of Y, what do we keep there? I. Before adding ER and est. If you go through very clearly, preceded means before the word, followed means after the letter. Preceded means before the letter, followed means after the letter. If you are able to recognize the difference between these two words, then you can understand very easily. Merry, merrier, RRY, RRI in merrier. Then ER is added. In merriest, RRI, EST is added. In the same way, when the positive is a word of one syllable and ends in a single consonant preceded by a short vowel, this consonant is doubled before adding er and est. So here positive is a word of one syllable, sad, ends in a single consonant. So here it is added with a single consonant, D, preceded by a short vowel. It is so preceded by a short vowel means before this consonant what is there? Short vowel, A is there. Then what do they do, children? Consonant is doubled, sadder. So here before we write in comparative or superlative form, that consonant last word what is last letter what is there? It is doubled, DD, and then ER is added, and for superlative EST is added. Adjectives of more than two syllables form the comparative and the superlative by adding more and most before the positive. Here what did they do, children? They have added more than two syllables. Long words are there. Then instead of excluding and including some of the letters while changing the degree of comparison, here what do they do? Some words are added here before the positive or before the positive degree of comparison. More for comparative and most for superlative. Two-syllable adjectives ending in ful, les, ing and ed and many others like modern, foolish and famous take more and most to form the comparative and superlative degrees. What do they do, children? Words ending with ful, les, ing and ed and many others like modern, foolish and famous, they also changed their degrees of comparison by keeping more before these words in by keeping more before hopeful or positive degree to make it comparative, and to make it superlative most is added before the word. Some adjectives do not follow any fixed rules to form the comparative and superlative degrees. See here, much, more, most, irregular. So here they do not follow any fixed rules. Little, less, least. Good, better, best. Bad, worse, worst. Now see here, fill in the blanks with the superlative forms of the adjectives in the box. So you have to fill in the blanks with the superlative forms of the adjectives. Now you go through, children, they have mentioned very clearly you have to use only superlative form. Once you go through these rules and regulations to answer the questions given in the exercise M correctly without mistakes. And see here, after completion of writing, filling the blanks in the exercise given here, at last rearrange the letters in the circles to get the name of the largest glacier in the world. Here if you observe in all the blanks, they have circled one blank. They have given dotted lines. In that, one dotted line was circled. There if you write them and keep in the correct order or proper order, you will get the name of the largest glacier in the world. Try once. Complete the table. They have given positive, comparative, superlative degree table. 10 words were given and you have to write other degrees also. In other degrees also, if you go through each and every word, in some of the words already they have given 2 words. In some of the words they have given only 1 word. Once go through, you will get an idea. Here they have given an activity also. Take turns with your partner to name the above. For example, the tallest building in the world is dash. If you do not know the answers, here they have given you one website address also, children, you can go through. Look at the underlined adjectives. Tick the ones that describe the nouns well. You have to go through the underlined adjectives and tick the ones that describe the nouns well. Some of them do not. Cross them out and replace them with more suitable adjectives of your choice. Here they have given some adjectives and they have used adjectives in the sentences that describe nouns, and they have used degrees of comparison also, and some of the words were used correctly to describe the word noun, and some are wrong uses. So you have to keep a tick mark if the usage is correct, and you have to keep a cross out into mark if the usage is wrong. Then what should you do? You have to strike it off the word underlined there, and you have to write there which word will be suitable to compare the word or to describe the word noun. To describe the word noun. One adjective for many words. Exercise P. Use the adjectives from the box to replace the underlined phrases and rewrite these sentences. Change the order of the words if required. So here if you go through, they have given some of the sentences and underlined some of the words or phrases in the sentences. And you have to write them by choosing the correct adjective that can be replaced in these phrases. Underlined phrases. Instead of writing, you will feel at ease and relaxed in this dress. You will feel comfortable in this dress. So they have given the meanings of those adjectives. Instead of making it a lengthy sentence, to make it simple sentence, you can use the adjective that they want you to know and get acquaintance. So that's why they have given this kind of exercise. And we have gone through in other chapters also, if you remember. One verb for many words, one adverb for many words. In the same way, one adjective for many words. Check your understanding, children. What did we learn until now? in all the previous exercises. Here they have given. So go through each and every exercise and you have to answer these all questions. If you go through once, you can answer very easily. What did we learn until now related to pronouns, adjectives they have given, and some of the matching also they have given. Match the following, like that. Such kind of exercises were also given. See, look at the picture and fill in the blanks with the correct form of the words in brackets. Go through the picture and go through the sentences. Option, what did they give here? They have given only one word, not option. That is, the word has to be used to fill in the blanks. Some necessary changes can be made related to the sentence. And you can fill the blanks. Complete the assigned work, children. That helps you to improve well in your language. Then you can answer this question paper also given in your grammar and more. What did we discuss until now in pronouns, adjectives? Related to those only questions were given here. Once if you go through slowly, then you will get an idea. Very easy to answer, children. Try to recall. If you get any doubt related to any topic, then immediately refer that particular topic in your grammar and more. Then you will be able to recall and then answer very easily. Thank you. Have a delightful